Markets make fresh new highs as Iran sends its final proposal, hopefully. I don't know how many more times we can continue to celebrate the end of the Iran war. Trump at this point might as well just keep it going, right? Say that there's no negotiations, markets pull back a little bit, and then just say, hey, we have a peace deal. And then they push to new all-time highs all of next week. I mean, why not at this point? We're 3 weeks in, almost 4 weeks, I want to say, into one of the biggest rallies that we've seen in such a short period of time, from lows of 554 to now new all-time highs for both the S&P and the NASDAQ market. Let me double check. I want to make sure that the number is correct. Percent return in a total of 30 days, 21.87%. Who knew? Who knew that the end of a war can be celebrated for an entire month? I don't know. But guess what? Anything can happen in an irrational market. But that's exactly what's happening today. If you guys did not see the news, Iran just submitted its final peace proposal to the U.S. As many of you guys know, today was the end of the extension of the ceasefire. However, according to sources, the nuclear issue was not agreed upon. There is a big chance that the U.S. will reject it. Again, all eyes on this negotiation. Hopefully, it's just accepted, especially with what we have going on next week. We have big tech earnings. Palantir on Monday. Excited to live stream that. Just another reason to subscribe to the channel. Shopify on Tuesday, pre-market. Aftermarket, AMD, one of the big movers for the past, month to 2 months. Huge mover. It's like 80% ROI. Spirit Airlines is preparing to shut down. It looks like the deal of the U.S. stepping in to, offer them a $500 million loan has fallen through. Finally, right? Like at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's just like if a company fails or is showing signs of not being able to be ran correctly, let it fail. If people like you and I failed, we wouldn't be saved. Why would they be saving a business that just literally cannot turn a profit, right? President Trump is also turning back the heat with tariffs. This is the unfortunate news, and this is something that I would pay close attention to because, again, markets have gained so much momentum that now maybe they could tolerate a little bit more of the tariff uncertainty. So Trump says on Truth Social this morning that I am pleased to announce that based on the fact that the European Union is not complying with our fully agreed upon trade deal, next week I will be increasing tariffs to the European Union for cars, trucks coming from the United States. The tariffs will be increased to 25%. But I thought Trump's tariffs were voted to be illegal, but I guess there's a loophole behind it. But then why does he have to pay back $160 billion in tariffs? Is this going to be paid back later down the road? I don't know. Anyone else just feel like that? This is unprecedented time. Nonetheless, we did a very good job. If you tuned on into today's live trading session, when markets were popping off what we thought for no reason, again, they were celebrating the potential proposal that Iran maybe sent to the U.S. Maybe there is a little bit more, meat on the bones when it comes down to this proposal, where they can maybe hopefully solidify something. And that's why it celebrated new highs. Maybe it's just the start of a new month and it wanted to kickstart the new month, on a green note. Maybe it's just the weather. It's a Friday. Maybe they just love the weather today and that's why markets pushed to new all-time highs. With that being said, we didn't rush into it. If you're part of my LPP team, go back and watch today's live session. We let the market ride a little bit. And then what really caught my attention was the move on SanDisk. A very sharp push up with a very sharp correction. Remember, SanDisk was down 8% yesterday after it reported earnings. So then it gapped up and it was up like 4 or 5%. We opened up a short position on SanDisk during our live trading session. If SanDisk ends up fully selling off, it doesn't have to, but even just to the pre-market levels, right around 1,030, that's a 10% sell-off. Even if I capture half of that. I'm not a perfect trader. I will never catch the full move. Yesterday, I made $5,900 shorting SanDisk. If you guys tuned on into our live stream for the earning reports, you guys saw me take profits. Very happy that I did. And now we're looking for the next setup here on SanDisk as it begins to show progress of a potential break of structure. But we need to break this moving average support. As of right now, it's still holding above. It's still a solid support range. If we begin to break that on the 5-minute, we should now be below that EMA line and begin to curl back down to maybe pre-market support. But again, As long as markets are staying irrational and trading at these elevated levels, they have every reason to continue to remain elevated. If, and only if, right? They don't have to, but if the NASDAQ market begins to break support and begins to correct for the day, as the NASDAQ market sells off, it creates an environment for the rest of the market to possibly sell off as well. And that's what I'm looking out for. Just confirmation that the NASDAQ will sell off more. And once I get that confirmation, I will add more to my short if and only if NASDAQ continues to sell off. I cannot stress this enough. We've made it very clear before. I actually created this new tool within our LPP group. It's just for beginners. If you have something like it already, feel free to use it. I'm going to link it down in the comments section of this video. It's our homepage homepage for LPP. It's our new homepage, but it's our little risk calculator. So if you ever want to fully plan out your trade and you want to understand, your entry point, your stop loss, your profit target, and then the amount of shares that you plan to buy, I just want to make sure that you have a full understanding of what you could potentially make and what you could potentially lose. I think it's ideal for beginners to not just jump into trades and hope for the best, but to jump into trades to have a full understanding of what your risk to reward is. As long as the ratios make sense, they meet your criteria, and direction is in your favor, that's all we can work with. We can never predict the future, but we can always prepare to only take calculated trades. And again, I hope that this little tool, regardless if you end up being a part of my LPP team or not, can encourage you to be more calculated and more intentional. Think about this. On your next trade, instead of just taking it just because you can, imagine taking it because it actually makes sense, because you planned it out. That's what I hope you can use this for. So again, it's going to be linked in the comment section down below. Feel free to check it out. It is available on mobile, but I think it looks best on desktop. But if you end up liking it and you want to end up also joining our daily live sessions, again, LPP, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access. If you want to learn more about it to see everything that's included, we have it all for you here. There's a bunch of details, a bunch of information if you want to watch a previous live session or a recent live session, literally all available for you here. All you have to do is click the link below. And if you end up seeing value in it, I hope that you can consider joining our team, and we'd love to kick off the month of May with you. So I appreciate you guys' time. Always happy to do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I wish you guys an amazing Friday. Stay patient, stay calculated. Don't be afraid to take advantage of opportunities at these elevated levels. Just don't use leverage and don't be overly aggressive. I think everyone kind of understands the uncertainty that's injecting itself with bond yields going up, interest rates still staying stagnant, inflation going up, labor market's incredibly weak, but AI is carrying markets to all-time highs. We'll see how long it can do that before it gives it all back. So very excited to follow up. I hope that I did my part in keeping you up to date. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Remember, when overall markets begin to sell off, that individual tech company that you're watching will also begin to sell off. Wait for that confirmation. Take care, team.